This orientation is to introduce basic concepts regarding the partnership between the local Extension Board and K-State Research and Extension in giving leadership to the local Extension education program. Topics for the orientation include an overview of the history of K-State Research and Extension, the partnerships within the organization, responsibilities of the board members and agents, current areas of educational programs, and resources available to board members. Let's begin by taking a brief look at the history of the organization. K-State Research and Extension's history began with the passage of the Morrill Act by the U.S. Congress in 1862. This legislation brought a new concept of education to American life. Its purpose was to provide opportunities for a college education for the sons and daughters of the working class. The new concept focused on teaching the practical arts and sciences such as agriculture, military tactics, domestic science, and engineering, as well as classical studies. Kansas was the first state to take advantage of this federal legislation that established land-grant institutions. The Kansas State Agricultural College, the original name of Kansas State University, was founded in February 1863. The Federal Hatch Act was passed in 1887. It mandated the creation of agricultural experiment stations in conjunction with land-grant institutions. The Federal Smith-Lever Act was passed in 1914. This act created the Cooperative Extension Service for the purpose of disseminating information gleaned from agricultural experiment station research. Federal funds were appropriated, and each state was required to match funds to participate in this new educational program. Before formal establishment of the Cooperative Extension Service in 1914, Kansas State University had been holding off-campus educational activities called Farmers' Institutes. In these institutes, which began in the 1860s, university faculty conducted educational meetings on current agricultural research and practices in communities across Kansas. With the passage of the Smith-Lever Act, the three functions of a land-grant university were formalized: teaching graduate and undergraduate students, generating new knowledge through research, and extending that knowledge to the people of the state through the extension system. In 1915, the Kansas legislature passed the County Farm Bureau law. A county farm bureau, after meeting certain membership requirements, was entitled to a county tax appropriation and state funds for use in implementing the local program. County extension programs were conducted by this means for 36 years. The 1951 session of the Kansas legislature revised the law, making the local extension program the cooperative responsibility of the County Extension Council and Kansas State University. The Kansas Extension District Law, enacted in 1991, created a mechanism by which two or more county boards could establish an extension district. Districts allow for added efficiency in the use of taxpayer dollars and effectiveness in delivering educational programming. In 1996, the Kansas Agricultural Experiment Station and the Kansas Cooperative Extension Service aligned to form K-State Research and Extension. The organization now includes all the county and district offices, research centers, and experiment fields supported by county, state, federal, and private funds. K-State Research and Extension is dedicated to a safe, sustainable, competitive food and fiber system and to strong, healthy communities, families, and youth through integrated research, analysis, and education. The mission of K-State Research and Extension directs the efforts of the organization. The slogan, Knowledge for Life, is an abbreviated version of the mission statement and appears frequently on K-State Research and Extension publications. Now let's look at the various partners involved in the funding, planning, and delivery of extension programming. Today, the nationwide extension system, of which K-State Research and Extension is a part, continues as a cooperative effort or partnership among federal, state, and local governments. Each of the partners contributes to the funding of the organization, as illustrated in this slide. At the federal level, the National Institute of Food and Agriculture, or NIFA, is an agency within the United States Department of Agriculture. The state partner is K-State Research and Extension, a division of Kansas State University. Area Extension Directors represent K-State Research and Extension's director in managing and supervising local offices in partnership with the local Extension Board. The local partner is the local Extension Board. The Kansas Extension Council and Extension District laws define how the partners work together, the requirements of the partners, the process for establishing boards, budget procedures, election of members, duties of officers, and processes for employment of agents are among the procedural details outlined in these Kansas laws. Each local extension program has 4 program development committees, or PDCs: Agriculture and Natural Resources, Family and Consumer Sciences, 4-H Youth Development, and Community Development. In the county model, there are 6 members on each committee who are elected in the fall at the annual extension election. In a county, PDC members are elected to a 2-year term and may be re-elected for a second consecutive term. In the district model, there are 6 members from each county appointed to each PDC by the board. They are appointed for a 1-year term and may be reappointed. The role of PDC members is to partner with the agents to identify local needs, match K-State Research and Extension resources to those needs, and then to implement and evaluate the effectiveness of the programming. In the county model, 9 PDC members serve on the local extension board. In the district model, 4 individuals from each county serve on the board. These groups meet regularly and transact the business of the local extension program. The local board, in partnership with the area director, is responsible for oversight of educational programming, supervising the professional extension agent staff, and developing the budget. In local units with fewer than 4 agents, the hiring, setting of salaries, and evaluation of the agents is a joint responsibility of the area director and local board. Local units with fewer than 5 agents have a designated agent who is the local unit director. This individual has administrative responsibilities for budget, program, and non-agent personnel. The local board and area director make this appointment, normally for a term of 3 years, with no limit on the number of successive terms. In local units with 4 or more agents, or in counties with 4 agents if the board and area director are in agreement, the local extension director also has responsibility for supervising and evaluating agent performance with input from the area director and board. The local unit director, no matter the size of the agent staff, has supervisory responsibilities for office professionals and program assistants to include hiring, assigning responsibilities, coaching, and reviewing performance. The responsibility may be shared with or delegated to other agents. The local extension board member responsibilities are outlined in the following slides. Effective board members will participate in board meetings. They will review the board leadership website for resources to broaden their understanding of their role. Each month before the meeting, they will review the minutes, financial statements, and agent reports. Effective board members will become familiar with all programming areas: Agriculture and Natural Resources, Family and Consumer Sciences, Community Development, and 4-H Youth Development. They will get to know the agents and their programming, attend extension-sponsored events, and advocate in the community for the local extension program. The general responsibilities of agents are outlined in the next 4 slides. The agent's primary role is to serve as community-based faculty of Kansas State University and provide educational programming in one or more of these 4 program areas. Each agent serves on one program focus team, or PFT, with other extension faculty from across the state. This team serves to strengthen the agent's expertise in an area of program focus. Agents often collaborate with other community members and organizations in the identification of community issues and the development and implementation of educational programming. They then utilize various educational strategies to address these issues. Volunteers multiply the educational outreach of local programming. The recruiting, training, and managing of those volunteers is an important role of the agent. The agents also collect and share evidence of the outcomes of local programming. K-State Research and Extension's programming emphasis reflects the needs of Kansas residents. The following slides illustrate current programming. K-State Research and Extension's current programming is organized around 5 grand challenges: global food systems, health, developing tomorrow's leaders, community development, and water. Across the K-State Research and Extension organization, programming related to global food systems includes developing new crop varieties, leading teams to solve global food issues, and helping families stretch their food dollars. Some of the programming related to health includes identifying practices to prevent obesity and guiding individuals in choosing healthcare plans that best meet their needs and save them money. Approximately 72,000 Kansas youth participate in 4-H programming where they gain leadership skills to prepare them to be tomorrow's leaders. Kansas also has an initiative focused on the unique needs of military youth. Programming related to community vitality includes guiding communities in improving through the Pride programming, helping communities maintain services such as grocery stores, and working with families to develop better financial management practices. Programming related to water includes breeding new drought-tolerant crops, developing more efficient irrigation systems, and improving livestock genetics to reduce water needed. Several resources listed here are available to assist you in your new role as a board member. We look forward to partnering with you to develop and deliver outstanding extension educational programming for our local residents.